Still got my little raggedy pen today. We'll make it work though. Okay, so the little bitty number next to log, that tells you your exponential table. So y equals 2 to the x. You're going to make that table, but remember you don't graph that table. So go ahead, take a moment and find those four numbers. Take 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the first, 2 to the second, 2 to the third. Okay, who got these four numbers? All right, who remembers what do we have to do with this table in order to get the parent, which is log base 2 of x? Flip it. Let's go ahead and do that. And then graph it. See where it says graph the parent? This is that parent. So let's go ahead and graph that. Should what be 9?
The 3 when it's squared?
No, it's not. It's 2 to the power of 3.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 to the exponent of 3. Okay. So let's go ahead and graph it. I'm going to zoom in real quick so I can. Now remember, when you are graphing the parent, don't go past the y-axis. You're going to get really close, but you're not going to pass it. That's the parent. Okay, so now let's look at the transformation. So this is our transformation right here. So this is H and K. So would H be positive 3 or negative 3? You always flip it. And what's that going to make our graph do? Go left 3. K is negative 1. That's going to make it go down 1. Okay. Now, what's really important for a log function is H. Because H is going to tell you a couple things. It's going to tell you your domain, because your domain will be H to infinity. And your vertical asymptote is x equals H. So because H is 3, my domain will be negative 3 to infinity. And I have a vertical wall at x equals negative 3. Okay. So I like to draw in that vertical wall just so I don't forget. I'm going to draw in a dashed vertical line at negative 3. Just like that. And to my parent table, you're going to add the h to x add add k to y. So what I want you to do is add -3 all the way down, and you're subtracting 1 all the way down. So go ahead and do that to get your third and final table. One, 5, 2, okay. All right, so this is what I got for my graph. All right, and the last thing to keep in mind about logs is that this will always be your range, just never changes. The range will be all real numbers. So make sure you keep this sheet of paper. You can use it when you do your skills check to help you. So we're on page 15 in our notes, and you do need a calculator. We're going to finish out lesson 4. We're almost finished with module 6. So in your note packet, go to page 15 and make sure you have a calculator. All right, let's look at this first one. This is what I want you to keep in mind. Natural log and E, they're opposites. Everything in math has an opposite. So whenever you're solving an equation, if it has a natural log, you're going to put a E in there. If it has an E, you're going to put in a natural log, okay? So when we look at question A, notice that the only thing I have over here is e to the power of 5x. I'm actually going to rewrite that. Wait 1 second. Okay, so we have e to the power of 5x equals 8. Let's go ahead and put our natural log in on both sides. And all the natural log will do on the left is cancel out the e. So that 5x is not an exponent anymore. You have 5x equals the natural log of 8. All right, pick up your calculators. Type in natural log of 8. Hit the LN key and the number 8. And you get 2.079. So what would be my last step to solve this for x?
Divide by 5.
Divide by 5. Let's go ahead and do that. And your final answer should be x equals 0.416. That would be your answer. Now, before you put in the natural log, though, you have to get e by itself. So when you look at question B, notice that the e is not by itself. We have to move this 8. So because it's being added, we're going to subtract it. So that is going to give us e to the power of x plus 3 equals 6. Because 14 minus 8 is 6. All right, now what am I going to put in? What's the opposite of e? Natural log. Put in the natural log. ln, ln. On this side, it cancels out the e. So you have x plus 3 equals the natural log of 6. Pick up your calculator. Type in natural log of 6. And you get 1.792. But what do I have to do now to solve for x? Because that's x plus 3. Subtract the 3. So your final answer should be negative 1.208. Oops. I do not know how I did that on my screen. Let me see if I can get that to widen it back up. Okay. Technical difficulties happening over here on the iPad. Okay, let me see. I got that. That was weird. Don't know what happened there. Okay. All right, negative 1.208. I think it's the update. It makes it weird. All right. Let's go on to question C. So see how this one has a ln. So I'm not going to put a ln because it already has an ln. What's the opposite of ln? E. So you're going to put an e. On both sides. That's going to cancel that out. So what you have is x plus 4 equals e, and then that is the power of 2. So pick up your calculator. You have to hit the green key first, then hit ln to get e. Type in the number 2. So hit the green key first, then hit the ln to get the letter e. Does anybody need help getting that on their screen? So you should get 7.389. And then your last step would be to subtract the 4. Go ahead and do that. And you get 3.389. Any questions so far? I haven't had my coffee yet, so I can't stop yawning. All right, let's pop it up on the E. That's going to go away. So I have 5x equals e to the power of 2. Go ahead and finish it from there. So I got approximately 1.478. All right, who had that answer for question B? Okay. Okay. Ooh, y'all extra quiet today. It's okay. All right, couple more and then you'll do 2 on your own. Let's look at E. So what do you think I'm putting in, an E or LN?
E.
E, put an E in. Oops. So when I put in my E, that cancels out, and you have 5x minus 2 equals e to the power of 3. Go ahead, pick up your calculators. Finish it from there. First, you're going to find e to the power of 3, and then you're solving it out. Okay, so let's see what we get. So 5x minus 2 equals 20.086. Add 2 to both sides. And then divide by 5. And you should get approximately 4.417. Who had that answer? All right, not bad. All right, let's look at this one here. Now we have to, before we can start putting in our alien, this has to be by itself. So I got some work to do. The first thing I need to do is get rid of the 5, so I'm going to add it. So you have 2e to the x equals 8. And then you have to get rid of the 2 by dividing it. So that will give you e to the x equals 4. Now you can put in your ln. So you get x equals the natural log of 4. Go ahead and type that in your calculator. So that would be 1.386. So, all right, I want you all to try to do the last 2 on your own. I'm gonna come around and see what we get. So just take a guess, don't leave it blank. Just take a guess. And yes, e to the power of 0 is 1, so don't think you're wrong when you get that. right, let's go ahead and look through these together. For the first one, the opposite of ln is e. So when you put your e in, you end up with 7x plus 4 equals 1. 7x equals negative 3. X equals negative 3 over 7. Which you could have also written as a decimal. And got 0.4, oh, sorry. Let me write it. I'm gonna write it up here. X equals negative 0.429. Sorry for my raggedy pen. All right, now over here though, this one already has an E. So we're gonna put in an ln. So what that's gonna give us is 3x plus 1 equals the natural log of 4. When you type that in, you should get 1.386. Subtract the 1. And then divide by 3. And you should get 0.129. All right, who had those two answers? Or who got at least one right? All right. All right, so use the rest of this time. I'm passing back some assignments to work on homework 4. You should